You have big dreams. You can see yourself succeeding. You imagine the life you want so clearly that it almost feels real. But when it comes to actually doing the work, you freeze. You wait. You tell yourself, tomorrow will be different. And then tomorrow comes, and you do the exact same thing again. If that sounds familiar, keep watching, because this might explain exactly why you're stuck. You're not alone. There are millions of people who are ambitious but inactive. People full of ideas, goals, and potential, yet somehow unable to move forward. And the worst part? You know you're capable of more. This isn't because you're unintelligent. It's not because you're untalented. And it's not because you're a bad person. It's psychology. The good news is that patterns can be changed. But first, you need to understand what's really happening inside your mind. Your days probably look something like this. You wake up motivated. Today is the day you're finally going to start. You'll work on that project. You'll take the first step toward your goal. Then you check your phone. A few minutes become an hour. An hour becomes half the day. You tell yourself you'll start later. Later never comes. At night, you're disappointed in yourself. You promise tomorrow will be different. But tomorrow arrives and the cycle repeats. And after months, or maybe years, you start wondering if you'll ever change. Here's what's actually happening. You're living with two competing forces inside your mind. One part wants success. It wants growth, achievement, and progress. The other part wants comfort. It wants safety. It wants to avoid effort, uncertainty, and failure. Right now, comfort is winning. Not because you're weak, because your brain is designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. When you think about working toward a goal, your brain sees effort and risk. When you scroll social media, watch videos, or play games, your brain gets an instant reward, a quick dopamine hit. And over time, your brain learns that avoiding discomfort feels good, so it keeps repeating the behavior. The problem is that short-term comfort creates long-term regret. Every day you avoid your goals, you strengthen the habit of avoidance. Every day you choose comfort over action, you send yourself a message. My dreams can wait. Eventually, that habit becomes your identity. And the longer it continues, the harder it becomes to break. Most people think they need more motivation. They believe successful people wake up excited every day. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. What you need is structure. What you need is systems. Discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build through repeated actions, one small decision at a time. Another thing keeping you stuck is perfectionism. You have such a clear vision of success that anything less feels like failure. So you wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But perfect never comes. Perfectionism isn't excellence. It's fear wearing a disguise. Because if you never start, you never have to risk failing. But you also never grow. You're afraid. You're afraid that if you actually try and it doesn't work out, you'll have to face the possibility that maybe you're not as capable as you thought. Maybe your ideas aren't as good as they seemed. Maybe you won't become the person you imagined becoming. That's why staying in the fantasy feels safer. As long as you never try, you can keep believing that success is waiting for you whenever you decide to start. Potential means nothing if it never turns into action. Failure is not the opposite of success. Inaction is. When you fail, you learn. When you do nothing, you stay exactly where you are. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times. The difference is that they kept moving. They created momentum, and momentum changed everything. So how do you actually change? Start small, really small. Don't try to transform your entire life overnight. Work for 15 minutes, write one page, make one phone call, take one step. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is consistency, because consistency creates habits, and habits create results. Your environment matters more than you think. If your phone is next to you, you'll check it. If distractions are everywhere, you'll get distracted. This isn't a willpower problem, it's a design problem. Put your phone away, turn off notifications, clean your workspace. Create an environment where focus is easier than distraction. Make the productive choice, the default choice. Discipline feels terrible at first. Your brain will fight you. It will give you excuses. It will tell you that you're tired, that you deserve a break, that tomorrow is a better day to start. But every time you take action despite that resistance, you're teaching it that discomfort isn't dangerous. You're proving that you can survive difficult things. And eventually, the resistance becomes quieter, Not because the work got easier, because you got stronger. You probably consume a lot of content about success, videos, podcasts, articles, and while learning is valuable, too much learning becomes another form of avoidance. It feels productive. It feels like progress, but watching someone else change their life isn't the same thing as changing yours. Knowledge without action changes nothing. You also need to stop beating yourself up. Guilt doesn't motivate you. Shame doesn't make you better. If your friend was struggling, would you spend the whole day calling them lazy and useless? Probably not. You'd tell them to get back up and try again. So why don't you treat yourself the same way? A bad day doesn't erase your progress. One mistake doesn't define your future. You are not lazy. Lazy is not who you are. It's simply a pattern you've been repeating. And patterns can be changed. You don't need a new life tomorrow. You just need one small action today. Then another tomorrow. Not through giant breakthroughs, but through small, consistent choices repeated over time. Nobody is going to do this for you. Nobody is going to save you from your own excuses. The responsibility is yours. And that's a good thing, because it means the power is yours too. The version of you that you've always wanted to become is waiting on the other side of those choices. Go be that person.